Okay, PBMC collection. Step 1. We've got our blood sample. It's whole blood in a purple top tube, which has EDTA for anticoagulant. The very first step is we're just going to transfer it into an unlabeled 15 ml conical. Obviously, everything goes into biohazard after this. So, the very first step, we're just transferring. When you get the sample, you want to have inverted it a few times so that it mixes with the EDTA. Every sample we're getting for PBMCs is 5 mils. So that immediately gets diluted 1:1. It doesn't have to be exact, so we can actually pour. This is PBS plus 2% FBS. It's gonna all be sitting here out and ready to go. So like I said, we're just doing 1:1, so we wanna get to a volume of 10, but it's not the end of the world if it's a little bit more, a little bit less. Okay, it's diluted. And at this point, we are now gonna start using our labeled tubes. So this is the second PBMC sample collection of the day, which is the T=3 time point. That's because we're collecting PBMCs every 3 hours. Okay, so this is a tube. The purple top tubes we have here are called the Stepmate tubes. There's actually an insert there. It's been pre-filled with a density gradient that you won't have to worry about. I've pre-filled all of these. But now we're actually going to put this blood into this tube. So to do that, we want to pipette the blood, the diluted blood, down the edge of the tube. Inside the Stepmate tube is actually a little hole that we don't want to hit. So you'll see what I mean when I start pipetting. Okay, so you want to use a 10 ml pipette. The upper button on this pipetter goes up, the bottom one expels. We are not going to use this tube again, so this tube also goes straight into biohazard. And here we don't want to turn the tube, but we do want the blood to go down the side. So you can see here, it just stays right on top of that, so it's nice and slow. You don't want to go too fast here. And you just want that blood to sit right on top. Because of the volume, we know it's going to come basically right to the top. You don't want to give a ton of air bubbles because it might jump out and make a mess, so you can kind of stop right there. Okay. Just to keep things from dripping, I usually put the pipette back in there. Okay, so next step, now we've got the whole blood in there. We're gonna spin, and then we're gonna take a break and pick up with the video again after.